They repossessed my car, repossessed my name, but they couldn't repossess the soul that Jesus reclaimed. Devil came collecting on the dead, I don't know no more. Repossessed his whole department, kicked him out the door. I used to lease my life out to whoever paid attention. Rented out my peace for validation, rented my whole intention to the highest bidder, to the loudest voice, to the biggest name. Never owned a single moment, cause I never owned my frame of reference, of value, of worth, without a cosign. But then the real owner showed up with a title, showed up with a deed in time. Said this one's mine, always was, I financed it before the fall. I ain't leasing this, I'm reclaiming, I'm repossessing all of what got stolen, all of what got mortgaged out for cheap. Repossess my mind, my mouth, my calling in my sleep. Filled with peace instead of panic, filled with rest instead of debt. Repossessed completely, and I ain't paid a payment yet. He don't want interest, don't want payment plans or fees. He just wants what's his, and that whole thing is me. Repossessed, repossessed, taking back what's his. Every piece the devil leaves got returned to how it is supposed to be, original, intended from the start. Repossess my soul, my mind, repossess my heart. No more renting out my peace to whoever offers more. Repossessed for good, and he's keeping the whole score. Yeah. I watched the enemy show up with a truck trying to reclaim old furniture I used to own, old habits, so shame. But the title's not in his name no more, the paperwork's been changed. Repossessed by the rightful owner, everything's rearranged. He can knock on the door, all he wants with his outdated deed. Security already changed the locks, already planted the new seed of ownership, a kingdom of belonging that's complete. Repossessed and renovated, repossessed from head to feet. Possessed, repossessed, taking back what's his. Every piece the devil leaves got returned to how it is supposed to be, original, intended from the start. Repossess my soul, my mind, repossess my heart. No more renting out my peace to whoever offers more. Repossessed for good, and he's keeping the whole score. You are not your own, you were bought with a price. That's the receipt on file, that's the paid device. Repossession complete, ownership restored. Repossessed by the kingdom, repossessed by the Lord. So when the old landlord calls trying to collect a fee on property he never owned, property that's already free, I let the paperwork speak, let the deed do the talking. Repossessed completely, and I'm walking different, I'm walking. Repossessed, repossessed, taking back what's mine. Every room, every corner, every closed off line. He owns it all now, and that's the safest place to be. Repossessed by the King, and finally I'm free. Product recall. Defective by design, that's what they call me. Made in a factory of trauma. Made to break down slowly, but the manufacturer stepped in, said that's not how I built it. Recalled the whole batch, said let me fix what got twisted. I came off the line already cracked, already flawed at the scene. Everybody handling me careful like I break at the seam. Told me I was defective, told me I was built to fail. Sold me on a warranty that never seemed to prevail. Over the damage, over the malfunction, over the parts that broke. But then I got a letter, got a voice, got a signal, got a knock from the original designer saying this ain't how I made you. Come on back to the factory, let me remanufacture, let me remake you. Product recalled on the lies, recalled on the labels, recalled on every story that said I wasn't able to function like intended, to run like it was drawn. Recalled and refurbished, and now the old defect is gone. He don't scrap the broken model, don't throw it in the trash. He recalls it to the factory, redesigns it from the crash. Product recall, product recall. He's remaking everything, remaking through it all. The defect wasn't final, the damage wasn't the end. Product recall by the maker. gets traded for a part that's brand new. Ooh, product recall. And he started me from the blueprint, true. I used to think the malfunction was permanent, was fake. Thought the crack in my design decided my whole state. But recall means he takes responsibility for the fix. Don't blame the broken product, comes and handles all the tricks of the manufacturer that damaged me before I even had a voice. He recalls, he restores, he gives the broken part a choice to be remade completely, not patched up, not just repaired. Product recall means the whole thing's different, whole thing's dead. Product recall, product recall. He's remaking everything, remaking through it all. The defect wasn't final, the damage wasn't the end. Product recall by the maker, and he's making me again. Every broken part gets traded for a part that's brand new. Oh, product recall. And he started me from the blueprint, true. If any man is in Christ, he's a new creation. Whole product recall on the body, product recall on the soul. Old things passed away, everything's made new. Product recall complete, and it's happening to you too. So if you feel defective, feel like damage from the start, know the manufacturer already caught, already claimed the part. He don't leave a broken model sitting on the shelf to rust. Product recall, remanufactured, that's a promise you can trust.
Product recall, product recall.
Watch the broken become beautiful through it all.
Not the same defective model, not the same design.
Product recall complete, and the new one's mine. Off the books, off the world's whole ledger. Name ain't on that system, I got a different treasure. Written in a book that can't audit, can't erase. Off the books down here, but I'm on record in that place. The world keep a ledger, keep a scoreboard, keep a chart. Measuring my worth by numbers, measuring by every part of the system. I opted out of the game, I stopped running. Off the books means their metrics stop mattering, stop counting. I ain't chasing followers, ain't chasing the algorithm's applause. Off the books from their approval, off the books from their laws. Who will make somebody valuable, will make somebody seen. I got a different book, keeping record of everything. Every tear, every prayer, every secret sacrifice, every hidden moment they can never put a price on. Every unrecorded step of obedience I made off their books completely, but never off the book that stays. Got a book of life, my name's already inside of the world's whole system, but I ain't got nothing to hide. Off the books, off the books. Down here they can't find me in the way the whole world looks. For value, for status, for the numbers on the wall. Off the books completely, but I'm on record after all. In a place they can't audit, in a book they can't erase. Off the books down here, but I'm known in that place. They keep trying to reduce me to a metric, to a stat, trying to fit my whole story into a category, into that little box that never capture what I'm actually worth. Off the books means I stop measuring my life by the earth-bound calculator. Stop letting numbers ride my worth. I found a different accountant, found a different count of birth certificate, signed in blood, signed before I could perform. Off the books from their system, but written into the norm. Off the books, down here they can't find me in the way the whole world looks. For value, for status, for the numbers on the wall. Off the books completely, but I'm on record after all. In a place they can't audit, in a book they can't erase. Off the books down here, but I'm known in that place. Rejoice that your names are written in heaven. That's the word off the books of earth, but never off. Was truly hurting, known and kept by somebody who never lost a page. Off the books down, it don't matter, that's a temporary case. So when they can't find my metrics, can't find my numbers add up right, I let them keep searching, I ain't hiding, I'm just out of sight of a system I don't answer to, a scoreboard I don't chase. Off the books forever, but forever known in that place. Off the books, off the books. That's the only status that this whole life took. I don't need that. Left an exit wound where the old life used to live. Let out everything I used to chase, everything I used to give my whole self to. But the wound became the opening where the light got in, where the healing started coming. And they said the wound would kill me, said the exit was too deep, said walking out that door would cost me more than I could keep together, more than I could carry. But I walked out anyway, left a piece of who I was bleeding out along the way. Now the fatal wound, the birth, the one that kinda clears a path for something new to enter through the same door as the aftermath. Every scar tells a story of a version I walked away from. Every exit wound reminds me of the exact day I became someone different, someone lighter, someone finally free. The wound ain't a weakness, it's the evidence of victory. The wound that should've killed me became the door I walked through. Exit wound turned entrance, and the light came shining through. Exit wound, exit wound. Left the old life bleeding in the room I once consumed, but the bleeding wasn't dying, it was finally letting go. Yeah, yeah. Exit wound, exit wound. And now the new life shows. Every scar's a signature, every mark's a testimony. Exit wound turn entrance, that's the miracle in me. Some people think the scars mean something still broken in me, but I wear them like receipts, like proof of what set me free. Everyone tells a different chapter of the story I walk out. Every exit wound reminds the enemy what he lost, what I'm about. He thought the wound would finish me, thought it'd be the final blow. But wounds that come from walking toward the light don't work like that though. They heal different, they close different, they leave a different kind of mark. The kind that testifies the daylight, not the kind that stays in the dark. Left the old life bleeding in the room I once consumed, but the bleeding wasn't dying, it was finally letting go. Yeah, yeah. And now the new life shows. Every scar's a signature, every mark's a testimony. Exit wound turned entrance, that's the miracle in me. Jesus kept his scars after he rose up from the dead, wore them as the proof of everything that he had bled. Exit wounds don't have to be hidden, have to be erased. Exit wound turn glory when it's walked through, when it's faced. So I stopped hiding my scars behind a long sleeve alibi, started letting people see exactly how and why I made it to the other side, still breathing, still intact. Exit wound became the entrance, and I ain't going back. Exit wound, exit wound. Left the old life buried in that same old room, but I walked out different, walked out with the proof. Exit wound turned entrance, and I got the receipts, I got the truth. Yeah. Snake rolled up in the garden, thinking he had a seal. Rolled the dice on my whole bloodline, thought the outcome was revealed. But the seed of the woman flipped the table, flipped the plate. Snake eyes on his whole scheme, and he's been losing since that day. Yeah. Yeah, he came dressed as an option, came dressed as a simple choice. Whispered through the branches, disguised as actual voices. Curiosity is freedom as a door instead of a trap. But every gamble with the serpent always comes back to snap. Back on the one who's rolling, back on the one who's betting. Everything on a promise, the house was never really setting up to keep snake eyes on Eden, snake eyes on the fall. But the story wasn't over the second the dice hit the wall. God already had a seed prepared before the garden closed. Already had the counter move, already had it composed. Snake thought he won a round, thought he sealed the whole thing shut. Didn't know the real game was rigged in the favor of the cut. He'll bruise the heel, but the heel gon' crush the head. That's the play that was written before the serpent ever said snake eyes, snake eyes. Every scheme he's rolling ends in his own demise. He thought the garden was the final, thought the game was done. Snake eyes on the enemy, victory for the son. Every bet he's placing on my downfall, on my end. Snake eyes, snake eyes. And the story don't bend. Yeah, he still rolls the dice sometimes, still tries the same old game. Yeah, dresses up temptation with a slightly different name. But I know how the story ends, I read the whole thing through. Snake eyes every single time he tries what he used to do. I don't fear the whisper, don't fear the gamble. He's proposing cause I know the house already lost, the house already closing. Every table that he's running, every bet that he's collecting. Snake eyes on his own empire, snake eyes on his own directing. Snake eyes, every scheme he's rolling ends in his own demise. He thought the garden was the final, thought the game was done. Snake eyes on the enemy, victory for the son. Every bet he's placing on my downfall, on my end. Snake eyes, snake eyes. And the story don't bend. Yeah, you bruise the heel, but the heel gon' crush the head. That's the promise from the garden, that's the word already said. Every scheme collapses underneath the weight. Snake eyes on the enemy, that's a permanent state. So when he shows back up, dressed different, sounding smooth, remember how the story ends. Remember he's got nothing left to prove. Every hand he's playing already got exposed and red. Snake eyes forever, cause the seed already crushed the head. Snake eyes, snake eyes. The house already lost, I already realized he can keep on rolling, keep on trying to win. Snake eyes forever, victory within. Read the fine print on the gospel. Ain't no hidden fee, no surcharge on the mercy, no interest on being free. Everybody looking for the catch, looking for the twist, but the fine print just says grace, and grace is all that exists. I grew up thinking everything good came with a hidden cost. Thought the blessing had a boomerang, thought nothing's ever lost without a trade-off somewhere. Thought love always kept a tab somewhere in the background, waiting to collect, waiting to grab back what it gave freely the second I made a mistake. But I read the actual document, read what was at stake, and the fine print said paid in full. The fine print said no strings, no probationary clause attached to any of these things, no asterisk beside forgiveness, no exception to the grace, no hidden clause that voids the contract based on my own case. I kept looking for the trap door, kept looking for the scam, but the fine print's clean, the fine print's clear. The fine print says I am free gift of God is eternal life. That's the actual line. No fine print underneath it hiding what's really mine. No fine print, no fine print, no hidden clause, no secret catch, no invisible dent in the promise that was made, in the deal that was signed. No fine print on his mercy, no fine print I can find. Read it top to bottom, read it word for word. No fine print, no fine print. That's the cleanest deal I've heard. Yeah. The devil keeps trying to act clauses that were never there. Keeps trying to convince me grace has conditions, has a snare. Buried somewhere in the details, buried somewhere out of sight. But every time I check the document, everything checks out right. No probation period, no trial run before it's real. No expiration date attached, no fading of the seal. I stopped looking for the catch, cause I finally understood. Grace don't come with fine print, grace is just entirely good. No fine print, no hidden clause, no secret catch, no invisible dent in the promise that was made, in the deal that was signed. No fine print on His mercy, no fine print I can find. Read it top to bottom, read it word for word. No fine print, no fine print. That's the cleanest deal I've heard. Not a works, lest any man should boast it all. No fine print, earning clause, no fine print to install. Just receive it, just believe it, just let the whole thing stand. No fine print on this gift, it's given by His hand. So if somebody tells you grace has got a hidden fee, tell them you already read it, tell them you already see every line, every clause, every word from end to end. No fine print on His mercy, no fine print, no pretend. No fine. Cold case reopened. Cold case reopened. Thought the file was permanently sealed. Thought the story ended tragic. Thought the wound would never heal. But somebody pulled the file back out. Somebody caught the scent. Cold case turned testimony. Cold case turned monument. Yeah, everybody moved on from my story, filed it under loss, marked it unsolved, marked it hopeless, tallied up the cost of a life that looked too far gone to ever crack again. Cold case sitting on the shelf, collecting dust, collecting sin. But the greatest detective never actually closes the file. Kept working it in silence, kept building up the trial, gathering the evidence, connecting every dot. Cold case reopened the moment I thought he forgot, but he never once forgot. He was working all alone, behind the scenes, behind the silence, writing a different song for the ending. Everybody rolled off, wrote his tragedy. Cold case turned into the greatest testimony you'll ever see. He restores the years the locusts ate, restores what looked deceased. Cold case reopened, and the story finally gets released. Cold case reopened by the only one who never left the case. Thought it was unsolved, thought it was forever lost. Cold case turned to testimony, worth every single cost. Everybody wrote me off, everybody closed the book. Cold case reopened, watch the whole world take a second look. Yeah, I used to think my story didn't matter to nobody. Thought I was a statistic, thought I was just another body in a pile of unsolved cases nobody cared to investigate. But the judge who never sleeps decided that it wasn't too late to reopen every file, every wound, every dead-end lead. Cold case became the evidence of everything I need to prove that nothing's too far gone, nothing's beyond repair. Cold case reopened and the whole world's watching, everybody's there. Cold case reopened by the only one who never left the case. Thought it was unsolved, thought it was forever lost. Cold case turned to testimony, worth every single cost. Everybody wrote me off, everybody closed the book. Cold case reopened, watch the whole world take a second look. He works all things together, even cold cases like mine. Nothing's ever too far buried, nothing's out of time for the detective who specializes Impossible file. Cold case reopened, and it's happening all the while. So if your story got filed away, got labeled hopeless too, know the same detective's working, know he's coming after you. He don't let the file gather dust forever on the shelf. Cold case reopened, watch him solve it himself. Cold case, cold case, cold case. He put out a manhunt before I even knew I was missing. Tracked me through every alley, every excuse, every listing of reasons I gave for staying hidden, staying gone. Manhunt never stopped moving till he found me at dawn. I thought I covered my tracks good, thought I disappeared clean. Thought nobody was looking, thought I slipped between the scenes of everybody's radar. Thought I was too small to trace, but there's a manhunt with my name written all over the case. Not the kind that wants to cuff me, not the kind that wants to jail, kind that wants to bring me home, kind that never seems to fail to find the one that's looking for, no matter how deep they run. Manhunt for the wandering, manhunt for the prodigal son. He checked every corner, every excuse, every alibi, followed every footprint I left, trying to say goodbye to the life he had for me. But the manhunt don't relent, found me at the bottom, found me right where I was spent. He leaves the 99 to hunt the one that ran. That's the kind of manhunt only heaven's love could plan. Manhunt, manhunt. He came looking when I thought that nobody would want. The version of me hiding, the version scared to be found. Manhunt never stopped until he tracked me to the ground. Every alley, every excuse, every place I tried to flee. Manhunt ended with an arrest, and grace is what arrested me. I ain't running from him no more, ain't hiding in the dark. Since the day the manhunt caught me, since he found me, hit the mark. Now I help him search for others, still convinced they're too far gone. Still convinced there ain't no manhunt looking for them moving on. But I tell him from experience, tell him what I know is true. The manhunt never quits, the manhunt's looking out for you. No matter how you cover tracks, no matter how you hide, manhunt's already found a trail. Manhunt's on your side. Manhunt, manhunt. He came looking when I thought that nobody would want. The version of me hiding, the version scared to be found. Manhunt never stopped until he tracked me to the ground. Every alley, every excuse, every place I tried to flee. Manhunt ended with an arrest, and grace is what arrested me. Son of Man came to seek and save what was lost. Manhunt with a price tag, manhunt at a cost. He paid himself to close the case, to close the chase. Manhunt ended at the cross. Manhunt ended in grace. So if you feel too hidden, feel too far to be retrieved, know the manhunt's still in motion. Know it, still believe that you're worth every mile, worth every search, worth the whole pursuit. Manhunt's coming for you too. Manhunt bears the fruit. Manhunt, manhunt. He found me first, he's still the one that hunts for everybody hiding, everybody on the run. Manhunt never stops until the missing one is found. Red flag on the door, but it ain't the kind that warns you off. Blood flag on the frame, it's the kind that keeps the death cause. Passing over, passing by, moving on without a stop. Red flag means the judgment already came and never dropped. Everybody scared of red flags, scared of what they represent. Danger warning, stay away, some kind of bad intent. But the first red flag in history was the one that saved a life. Blood smeared across the doorframe in the middle of the strife of a nation being freed, of a people walking out. Death passed over every house that waved that flag about. I got my own red flag now, painted with a different kind of blood that don't just cover door frames, covers heart and mind. That sees the flag and passes over, see the sign and moves along. Red flag on my whole existence, and the judgment can't touch what's gone. Under that covering, under that crimson, under that seal. Red flag means I'm protected, red flag means it's real. When I see the blood, I'll pass over. That's the promise from of old. Red flag on my life today, and the story still gets told. Red flag, red flag, not the kind that warns you off, the kind that stops the drag of death and destruction passing through my door. Red flag on my life means the judgment don't come no more. Painted not with danger, but with everything that saves. Red flag on my house, and death walks past my grave. I used to think the marks on my life were all shameful, all a warning. Red flags people saw and judged before they saw the morning. Come after every storm, come after every scar I bear. But now I understand the flag is different. Here's a prayer, painted in advance, painted before I even knew I need protection from a judgment that could have been my final creed. The flag ain't hiding my mistakes, it's covering my whole frame. Red flag means the accuser can't touch me, can't reclaim. Red flag, not the kind that warns you off, the kind that stops the drag of death and destruction passing through my door. Red flag on my life means the judgment don't come no more. Painted not with danger, but with everything that saves. Red flag on my house, and death walks past my grave. It's not about my worthiness, it's about the paint. Red flag on the door frame, that's the only claim I'm making when the judgment comes to every house. Red flag on my life, and death walks out. So let the red flag fly high, let it mark my whole existence. Not a warning of danger, but a marker of persistence, of a love that covered everything before I understood. Red flag on my life forever, and the blood is good. Red flag, red flag.